Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will learn about the ref hook. Many people compare this ref hook with the state hook, but in my opinion, we should not compare the two because they are completely designed to handle the different use cases. I believe you watched my video on the state hook. In that video, I provided the clear information of the state hook. If you haven't already, please watch the video for better understanding. This ref hook has two use cases. The primary use case is that it allows us to directly access the DOM elements. And second use case is that it allows us to store the mutable values, where it acts as a container. And the data persists until the component is removed from the DOM. In this video, we will cover only the primary use case. If I discuss both the use cases, you will be confused. So, in the next video, we will cover the use case of handling mutable values in the component. Okay. Let us go to Visual Studio Code. We are going to use our existing repository. A link to the repository has been added to the video description. Now, let us make a new folder called useRef. And within that folder, we will create a new file called styleelement.js. So, in this component, we will change the color of the paragraph on the button's click event. We will begin by importing React from React. Then, let's define and export the style element component. Okay. In the return statement, we will include the div element. Within that div element, we will include the button element which updates the color of the paragraph on the element's click event. Finally, we will include the paragraph tag with the text node as welcome back to the channel. At the same time, we will launch the application. So, till now, we have defined the templates and exported the component, right? Our task is now to update the color of the text whenever the button is clicked, right? In order to do that, we have to capture the paragraph element. Am I correct? Let's start by importing useRef from React. In order to use the ref hook, we have to initialize it. So, let's create a variable called color paragraph and assign the ref hook with null value. Now, React will internally attaches the .current property with the initial value null. As a result, if we print the color paragraph, then it returns the object as current is to null. Since we passed null as the initial value, the current property is initialized with null. If we pass the empty string, then the current property's value will be an empty string. Okay. Let's revert back to null. We'll import the use effect from React. We all know that the effect hook will be applied immediately following the component's initial render method, right? If you have any questions about this effect hook, please watch my video from the playlist. Now, let's define the effect hook, which accepts the callback method. Inside this callback method, we will log a statement to view this color paragraph variable in the console window. And then in the app.js, let's comment out the cleanup component and add this style element component. We'll now save the changes. We have an error in the onClick event. So, right now we will remove the event from the button. We will add it at the later stage. Then, to the button element, let's add the text node as click me. We'll now save the changes and return to the browser. As you can see in the screen, in the console tab, we can able to see the object with property and value of current and null, right? Let's replace the initial value with an empty string. Now if you look at the browser, we can see that the property and value are currently set to current and an empty string. Right now we don't want the initial value to be an empty string. So let's revert it to null. As we had seen in the screen, reactjs internally assigns the .current property to the ref hook variable, right? So if we want to access the actual value from the ref hook, we have to use this current property. So in our case, it should be color paragraph dot current. Let's log it as a console statement. As we all know, in JavaScript, if we want to access an element, we will use the document.getElement by ID or document.getElements by class name, where the element should have the ID or class attribute. Am I correct? Similarly, in reactjs, if we want to access the DOM, we must use the ref attribute in the element. So ref is equal to color paragraph. Here, we must use the variable that has been defined for the ref hook. Basically, we are telling reactjs to capture this element to the ref hook variable. Hope you got my point. Now if we access the color paragraph.current property, then it will return this paragraph element. These things will be taken care by the React internally. We don't need to worry about it. So, in order to access the DOM, we must follow two steps. One is to initialize the variable using the ref hook. Then, we have to include the variable in the ref attribute of a DOM element. Then, we will define one more constant variable with an array of strings that represents colors, so that when we click the button, the random colors from this list will be applied. And then let's attach an event handler to the button's onClick event. And in the style paragraph method, whenever the user clicks the button, we should get the random colors from the array, right? So let's create a constant variable called random color is equal to math.floor of math.random into colors.length. These are math functions available in JavaScript, okay? Then to apply the color to the DOM node, we have to get the paragraph tag, right? To do so, we have to use color paragraph.current, which returns the DOM node, that is paragraph. And then to apply the color, we should use .style.color is equal to colors of random color, okay? This random color variable returns the index of the colors array, okay? Fine, let's save the changes and head back to the browser. As you can see in the browser, when we click the button, the color of the element changes, right? So, in reactjs, this is how we have to use the ref hook to access the DOM element. Fine, I hope you like the video. Whenever you watch any video tutorials, kindly practice it at least once, okay? So that you can remember it at the later stage. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.